Transition Society in Prince Rupert for my appointment, and rang the doorbell, and the other lady is not her, so she says she's sick. She woke up, she was sick. Well, and she keeps saying that. I'm saying, well, are you able to answer at least questions? And oh no, all the questions have to go to her. And her role, I said, well, it's about, some of them are just about this place, you would know. And oh no, I'm HR. Like, it's always like the oh no, I gotta go, because she's really busy with payroll and all that. But I said, well, what about? So I asked an HR question, and she said, oh, you'll have to ask the other lady, Deanna, or Dina. And I think I've been calling her Deanna, and she hasn't corrected me. So. I said, oh, I have to ask her an HR question. Oh, you gotta, you drop a resume, we see if that's the way it works. It's like, oh my God, she's talking to me like I'm the one with a developmental disability and the inability to exercise the functions of a job, and I get paid for, or what the mission statement of the society is, or whatever. And like, I'm trying to, so I'm offended by the entire conversation, which is extremely disrespectful, because it's like, oh, my time is so important that I'm going to interact with you, take your number, give it to her, but pay not enough attention to know that I'm not answering your questions, and I'm wasting your time and mine at the same time by not partaking in a human level standard conversation. So, like, I wanted to ask other things. I said, you don't know what some of my other questions are. And at the end I say, I'm not sure what's happened in our conversation. I say, as I'm walking away, I said, but I have to assume maybe you're too shy to say you really need to go to the bathroom or something like that. And that's how the conversation ended up like this, which for me was extremely unprofessional, incompetent, full of pathologies and developmental disabilities, where I felt offended because she won't address any of her issues. Well, she's sick, she can't. Well, I said, well, maybe when I see her, she'll explain why she wasn't able to tap into her email and cancel from home, or is she too sick to kind of... And what causes the person to be sick? I mean, did she go to the fair and ate crap food and went on rides and got disoriented? I don't know. But anyways, the other thing is, I stopped and asked at the pool, say, oh, am I gonna... Oh, I said, we're on vacation? Oh yeah, I just came back. And then she's mad at me because she's got a lot of work coming back. Like, I have 150 emails. And I have to explain the concept of course I don't at this time. I have to explain, how people micromanage everything, and they want to be the ones with all the power, and then they kind of, they blame the people they serve for expecting them to do a good job when they're the ones who put themselves in situations where they can't delegate to others to just confirm paperwork from 2 weeks ago. So now I'm like, I'm glad I didn't pay for badminton, but even if the badminton from yesterday would have been free, it's upsetting. It's upsetting the way the entire sport is ruined by the culture here, including the guy that is supposedly their expert who ruins it. So again, having to explain management skills and how everybody wants to control everything, and how it creates not just victims in others like me that has to kind of decide, well, maybe Prince Rupert is too developmentally disabled to keep me. And I've decided today's the 19th, and I'm gonna, when I see the Prince Rupert search and rescue, I'm gonna tell the guys, I'm gonna say, you probably don't need me that much, but you're gonna lose me. And you're not gonna lose me because I get a better opportunity somewhere, or because, I'm a quitter or anything like that. Is because the community doesn't give back. It just doesn't. And that includes them. Same thing, I'm going to say that to the chief of fire hall tomorrow in Port Edward, because I mean, he wants to see that somebody is willing to set roots, but he doesn't understand that it's not like in his time, and that who wants to set roots in a community that takes and doesn't give? And the things they take are the things they want, not even the things they need. I can't even volunteer to help people with the things they need. So I can say this, I can say, well, it's a two-way street. A community is I'm not in charge of the concept of community in your community. So it's a two-way street, and you guys have to make efforts with friendships. Like I can ask one guy to go mountain bike or canoeing, and he's got a family, he's busy. But the thing is after a few months, you kind of, well, you're too busy. And I'm not gonna wait to have friends when we get a call to go rescue somebody. Like that's not how a human being would make decisions to stay in a community. So that means whether the province screws me or not this week on the income that they're supposed to give me based on their own policies, but they still short me. Whether it's there or not, I might just have to. I'm going to talk to MLA office right now just for one thing, and they might not even succeed. Just for them to arrange for the Ministry of Poverty Creation to give me the money to pay up front the $400 to get new orthotics, which is a very good price with this lady in town here who's kind of not corrupted like the other bigger island agency that has a lot of the satellite offices in the North Island. That's the only thing I'm going to ask the MLA to help me with, and it probably won't succeed. They'll probably contact the ministry, and then they'll say, oh, that's the way the ministry works. Well, I already know how the ministry works. That's why I came to talk to you. Because, I've jumped through these hoops many times, and sometimes they're going to reimburse me, and it's hard for people, they say, to get money from the ministry, the specialists, and they prefer to get paid in advance. And again, this lady, if she got to know me, if we went for coffee, this orthotics lady, or she read my resume, she'd know, yeah, you don't deserve to be treated like this, but that's the way it is. So I'm going to go ask the MLA now for that. But again, the concept of community requires you to be able to reference the outside world. It requires you to have compassion for others, to be altruistic, to take care of your most vulnerable sector, but to also allow them, the vulnerable sector, because this lady, I don't think she would hire me now, but she knows I'm looking for housing at this transition society. If they look for somebody and they can't find somebody for a long time, let's say to just mow the lawn and escort people and shovel, whatever it is, she won't want to hire me because I fall under the poverty vulnerable sector, and she knows that she wouldn't trust me. So no matter what document I send her, she'd probably see them through glasses that don't allow her to read and comprehend my documents, just like she wasn't able to comprehend my English statements in our conversation because her predetermined thoughts to kind of, oh crap, I let this guy in, I'm gonna take his phone number, but I didn't print the forms for him, so he'll have to pay at the library to do it because I don't know how to print forms because I'm busy with payroll, and oh, this somebody that needs us, and I work for this organization that's supposed to help people. Oh, why is he here? I would prefer just being locked in my office. Let's see if the MLA will be like that too, and if I'll get new orthotics anytime soon.